They didn't quit their job. They didn't move to another country. They didn't change their face or their name. They did something much quieter. They stopped scrolling. No Instagram, no TikTok, no endless notifications. In a country where social media is part of daily life, some Americans chose to walk away. Not forever, not dramatically, just silently. And what happened next changed their lives in ways they never expected. Welcome to Inside America. Social media everywhere. In America, social media is not just entertainment. It's how people wake up. It's how they relax. It's how they compare. At coffee shops, people scroll before they sip. On buses and trains, faces glow in blue light. At dinner tables, phones sit beside plates, closer than the people across from them. Social media promised connection. It promised community. It promised belonging. And at first, it delivered. Old friends reappeared, voices were heard, moments were shared. But slowly, something shifted. Without realizing it, people stopped living moments and started documenting them. Life became content. Feelings became posts. Happiness became a number. The quiet pressure. No one talks about the pressure. The pressure to reply. The pressure to post. The pressure to stay relevant. Every scroll is a comparison. Someone is traveling more. Someone is earning more. Someone looks happier, healthier, more successful. Even when people knew those were just highlights, their minds didn't care. Because the brain doesn't scroll logically, it scrolls emotionally. And slowly, many Americans noticed changes. Shorter attention spans, constant tiredness, anxiety without a clear reason. They weren't unhappy exactly, just restless, distracted, never fully present. That's when some of them asked a dangerous question. What if I stopped? The decision to quit. For most people, quitting social media didn't happen suddenly. It happened on an ordinary day. One woman noticed she checked her phone before saying good morning to her partner. One man realized he felt exhausted without doing anything physical. A college student admitted she didn't remember the last time she read without checking notifications. So they tried an experiment. Not a permanent goodbye, just a break. They deleted the apps, logged out, turned notifications off. At first, it felt uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. The first few days. The first days were the hardest. People reached for their phones without thinking. Thumbs moved automatically. Muscle memory kicked in. There was boredom, silence, anxiety. A strange feeling of missing something, even when nothing was happening. This was the moment many people failed and reinstalled the apps. But those who stayed noticed something surprising. Time slowed down. Waiting didn't feel painful anymore. Moments didn't rush past so fast. They started noticing sounds again. Wind, traffic, birds. Things social media never shows. 1 week later. After about a week, something shifted. Sleep improved, not magically, but noticeably. Without late-night scrolling, minds rested. Mornings felt calmer. Instead of waking up to news, opinions, and other people's lives, they woke up to their own. Some people started reading again. Others walked more. Some simply sat and thought, and for the first time in years, their thoughts were uninterrupted. Relationships changed. The biggest change came in relationships. Conversations lasted longer. People listened instead of waiting to reply. Eye contact returned. Laughs felt real, not performative. One man said something interesting. When I stopped scrolling, I realized how often I was alone even when I was with people. Without phones, awkward silences returned, but so did real connection. Social skills didn't disappear, they woke up. A balanced truth. This story is not about hating technology. Social media is not evil. It connects families, it spreads ideas, it gives voices to the unheard. But like anything powerful, it needs limits. The Americans who quit social media didn't become perfect. They didn't escape problems. They simply took back something precious, their attention.